Alright then. Any minute now we're going to be wonderfully live. Go on, then go grab your phone. There'll be a few minutes as well. I'll tell everyone what some crosscode is, so it's not a problem. Nice little setup here. There we go. Well, it was perfect timing actually. We just went live. Evening all.
Good evening.
We are ready for the next quiz. I've got to say that I've been playing a game called Crosscode today, which I've been sent to review, and it looks really tasty. It's like a modern 16-bit sort of top-down action adventure that just reminds me of Alundra, so that's totally fine.
That's fine.
Usual checks. Is the sound okay? Oh, Mr. Gray and Leah there, ready to rock.
Good
I've even
evening.
got my phone little stand, so I'm not going to be doing this all night, which is nice.
I'll move that away from the microphone.
Yeah, get that over there. Is the sound okay? Hope everything's cool. Rupert's there. Last week's winner, actually, Rupert. Total pro.
Yes.
Total pro.
How about that?
Just wait for London City Nights, and then we can just, if he turns up, we'll just assume he's won and shut the laptop. But yeah, if you're a big fan of, if you're a fan of like 16-bit sort of action adventures, I know Alundra was 16-bit, but it's really tasty. It's surprisingly tasty, like an RPG adventure
I'll
thing.
have to check that out.
Yeah, I played it for like an hour, and I'm keen. There's a piece of music in it that reminds me of something else, and I'm determined to find out what it is.
Oh yeah, it came in when you played. The music was on. That was really nice, and there's some really familiar.
Yeah, there's a little like jingle in it, and I thought that's from something else. It's obviously a nod to something. So oh, it's good to see that Lee's got his washing machine on. You probably shouldn't be doing this in your utility room, Batman. But yeah, so it's a usual thing today. The usual. I see you've got new earrings in there. Just spotted those babies.
They've been in all week.
Just noticed them now for the first time.
Wow.
So yeah, it's the quiz usual thing. Rupert's last week's winner, and it is usual thing. It's like 40 questions.
Sorry, 20 questions, 20 general knowledge questions.
There's a screenshot round.
10 screenshots.
And
10 awesome bits of music.
I've got to say that I really enjoy doing the screenshot round for this one because it's just a keeper. The music round, a bit challenging. Who knows?
Yeah, I had fun doing the screenshots. The music, I think, is key in this.
Yeah.
It's quite a good music round, I think.
Yeah, and I won't have to hold it because I'll just use the stand, so everything's going to be like working perfectly today. So, has anyone else been doing any gaming today? Like I said, I've been playing that Crosscode. We're still hips deep into it.
Well, I played Animal Crossing.
Of course you did, yes.
How can I forget?
And I'm on the cusp of finishing Kingdom Come Deliverance after 170 hours. I've just got to do
tonight?
the epilogue. I'm not going to do it tonight, but I think my time with that game is done now.
I think I'm going to be on the Assassin's Creed Odyssey bus.
Well, that's what we're going to do tonight. It's awkward
Yeah.
because Crosscode's on the PS4 as well. We'll have to have a fight.
This is very awkward, isn't it?
So, bit of Xenoblade.
Ooh,
You
nice.
must have pumped more than 15 minutes into Xenoblade so far, Lee.
Flashback, classic.
Oh, nice.
Bit
The
of
remake was
fun.
apparently a load of toss. I haven't played it, but I did love Flashback. I know Rupert doesn't like Flashback as much as I do, but I find it...
Oh, the original now.
Yeah. Dun.
Oh, I like the original.
It's one of those games because you can finish it in a few hours. It's always nice to go back to. And Fallout 4.
I do love Fallout 4.
Yeah, I noticed someone else is playing Fallout 4 as well. Graham Mason, Wiz on Twitter. He's hip sleeping into Fallout 4 at the moment as well.
A few months back, couldn't
Get off that
game.
Yeah, it is really tasty. My brother is a big fan of it as well. He kind of... Weirdly, you got into it because of the music, didn't you?
I think that's the thing that drew me to it. I love all the music in the Assassin's Creed games, so...
Yeah, and yet we've never really fully got into one, but this was the one, which has been awesome. I believe Rupert's talking about the section of Flashback when you go around delivering parcels, which is totally fine. That's what everyone does.
What even happened in that game?
Yeah, you're a courier for a bit. Yeah, you're a courier,
Wow.
much like in Degeneration on the Amiga, another classic game. So we'll kick off, start rocking.
May as well. No time like a present.
Obviously, if anyone misses anything, we're happy to go back. So we'll smash into question 1. I got to be fair. I do like this poster you've done. I do like this.
Well, thank you very much.
That
Check the wall behind it.
That wood paneling was not an accident. Yeah, I'm in Death Tower now. Yeah, that was my favourite bit of that game, Death Tower. I'm going to have to play Flashback. Thanks. And maybe another
Better be in
world.
the PS4, eh?
So question 1. The 1985 video game Frankie Goes to Hollywood was critically well received. True or false? A lot of odd tie-in games with 80s bands on those computers. This is a good example of that.
The fact there was Frankie Goes to Hollywood, I didn't even know that was on
Commodore.
Yeah.
It's a weird tie-in, but
Rabbids.
oh, is that Ray? No, not Rayman. It's Mario and the Rabbids, isn't it? I think it's a Mario game. I haven't played it. Again, I know Rupert's played it.
Haven't they got Rayman and the Rabbids as well? Who are these rabbits?
The Wham game.
Have they just spelled rabbits wrong?
No, that's they just got a call. They're like Rabbids. The Wham game just made me think of the Wham candy bar, chocolate bar. No,
Ooh, nice.
sweet.
Slippery
not candy
Wham.
bar. Yeah. So Wham game. You know as well, it would have like really dodgy, like early Sid Chip versions of like the full Wham songs, which would be amazing.
Okay, so question 2. Mario and the Rabbits. Question 2. In the 2009 film The Stepfather, what PlayStation 3 game are the two brothers Sean and Michael playing? Is it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Burnout Paradise, Wipeout HD, or Ferrari Challenge?
And I know what you're all thinking, and yes, this 2009 The Stepfather is a remake of the Terry O'Quinn film from the late 80s.
And yes, I watched it on Monday. Yes.
Yeah, it's so funny. Some of the stuff you watch when I'm working, you're like, just watching The Stepfather.
But I loved all the classic ones, or like the old school ones.
There was about 3 or 4 Stepfather films.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Are they all at the same standard?
Yeah, the same kind of. I love the first couple.
I was gonna say, do they dip like Children of the Corn? Cartoony XCOM. I like XCOM because it's simple enough for me to understand and not just squeeze my pad into dust. No idea on this one. It is a bit of a guessy one. Who's in? It's not really. I can't give a clue. But who would stars in this remake? It's not John Hamm. It's the guy from.
What's his name?
He's the other guy from Ad Men.
Yeah, he always kind of looks squinty, doesn't he?
It's because he's always looking at things in the distance. Is that Frankie Goes to Hollywood on the corridor? So.
Well, anyway, it's one of those 4 answers.
Question 3. Colin Curly, the mascot of Quavers, featured in 2 tie-in video games, Pushover and...
Blank.
And I do have a clue if no one... If more than 3 people in the comment section say, I have no idea what this is, I'll give you a clue. Children of the Corn. Pretty sure that the first one had Linda Hamilton in it, didn't it?
Oh, I love the British Children of the Corn. He who walks behind the rose.
I remember you said to me, do you know Children of the Corn tonight? And I was like, yeah, I don't think I've seen that. And then you went, 10. Children of the Corn 10. I'm really not going to know the backstory. But yeah, it was terrible. And it was about 45 minutes long as well.
That's a good one.
Pushover the one you know, less than no idea. That's 3 people. So I'll give you a clue. It was Pushover, and the title of the second and far better game that was a sort of Quavers tie-in was also the name of a song by the band Madness. That's it. That's all you're getting.
That's it.
I have an idea, and it's weird because a lot of people have, when I was looking online, they said that Pushover was the sort of Quavers game they remembered. I barely remember it, but
I don't remember. It shows how old you are.
The other one is apparently just far better. I made 2 mates watch Braindead online the other day. Yeah, Braindead is full on.
Is that the one when he ends up in the jar? The head? No. I'm thinking of Steve.
Are you thinking of Reanimator?
No, I think I'm thinking of what's that guy, Steve Martin,
Jobs?
who ends up the man with no brain.
The man with 2 brains.
2 brains. Something.
Yeah. It's a very horror themed chat tonight. I like it. So,
I've definitely seen Brain Dead, but I can't think of it. So we're moving to question 4. In the PlayStation 2 game Fight Club, which musician do you unlock upon completion?
So you got to think of when this game was made, PS2. What musician would have been? I don't want to say peak, but around that time. Irritating me around that time. I haven't seen. Yeah, the lawnmower scene is. Yeah, that's the one where it's like hips deep in total and utter like cartoonish gore. I remember watching that as a kid, and I watched it as I was eating, and I remember it making me gag, like actually unable to eat food So
Oh, really?
yeah, I was quite young when I watched
What
it. I was
rating was it
completely
then?
out of my
Like
depth.
15 or something?
I think it was a PG thing. It couldn't have been more terrifying than The Witches, though. No, I was quite young.
terrifying.
I would have been like 8 or 9 when watching it, and like finding a VHS at my auntie's house and just putting it on, thinking it was just like an action film, and then just being really not so much scared, but just like overcome by the gore.
Yes, you didn't expect it, yeah.
The first film that made me gag.
Okay, smooth as.
So, question 5. The 1983 Atari 2600 game Chase the Chuck Wagon promoted what? A. Dog food. B. A car. C. A holiday destination. Or D. An alcoholic beverage.
So what happened with the custard then?
It's just like, I think it's just custard with like red food colouring, but it's meant to be like brains and blood, and it's
Ooh.
everywhere,
All
everywhere
right,
in
I
that film.
see.
So it's just a bit like.
I was thinking of like bottom and the custard pants thing scenario then.
You were very close.
What's it? The moment in silence, shall we?
Have you ever seen Braindead?
I think I'm sure I've seen it, but
A long
I can't
time
think
ago.
you must have been, yeah. But I don't. Well, now I'm thinking I haven't.
We'll have to watch it. Not eating the Chinese at the same time, though.
It's minging. I love that word.
Minging!
I haven't heard someone say that word for ages.
Oh, it's minging, boy. It's serious now. Absolutely minging. Braindead is in desperate need of a remake.
Ooh, I'd do like a squirting wound.
You might want to explain
I
yourself.
just love wounds and horror.
I just love it.
And cuts and bruises. Right.
So, question 6. The game Yo Noid was a promotional title for which company? A. Pizza Hut. B. Domino's Pizza. C. McDonald's. Or D. Burger King. Sorry, clear my throat away from the... It's gonna be VHS on. You've got to be able to... That is astonishing if Braindead isn't released on DVD or Blu-ray.
It must be. I have to
It's
speak to my
quite a
brother.
seminal horror film, yeah. Like, everyone knows about Braindead. It's not like it's some weird one.
I'll ask Adrian because he's a big horror collector, so DVD collector, in fact. So.
And then we'll just nick it off him.
Yeah.
Tell him not to watch this. Earring, the squirting wound. Earring and the Squirting Wound is probably my favourite horror film from the 70s from Brazil. So yep, the game Yo Noid was a promotional title for which company?
Question 7 then. What does Tekken mean? So does it mean Iron Strike, Iron Fist, Iron Soul, or Iron Sword?
Iron Fist.
What bit of iron is Tekken?
Yeah, Peter Jackson has been busy for the
Did he
last
do
few
Godzilla? King Kong?
Peter Jackson. Yes, he did do King Kong. Another film I haven't seen weirdly, but yeah, he's been busy. The thing is, it's like I'll do a remaster or like remaster the footage. So I thought you meant like refilm it. Then I thought he's probably got better things to do. I'm probably not going to make a film again from the 80s, to be honest. Probably 90s actually. Yeah. We'll watch the remaster.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on, let's have a chat.
Let's talk about Braindead. Cool. So, question 8. Ed the Duck 2, Back with a Quack, was critically well received. True or false? It's another game I haven't played, this one.
What, Ed the Duck?
Where the Duck 2?
We've got that as well, haven't we, on Commodore cassette?
Really?
Mhm.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I picked it up, I think, a few months ago, maybe before lockdown.
Oh, so quite recently as well. Sealed?
No. Although it was drawn back to the beginning, it looked newish, like nobody played it.
Oh, you mean when you opened it, you saw the red tape?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's rewound that. Someone's not
bear
going to get
that.
a 20 pence fine in the video shop. So, Ed the Duck 2, Back with a Quack, was critically well received. True or false?
Why would I go back to the video shop? Like a set?
I was just thinking about cassettes being around. You open it up, you see the clear tape. You're like, nah, you just saved yourself 20 pence.
I was going to say, I never saw Commodore cassettes in the shop.
No. Mega Drive, when I worked there, was Mega Drive.
Yeah, it's on Mega Drive. So, question 9. In which year was the first Assassin's Creed game released?
Bit of a modern one. Moving away from Commodore games. I feel a diabolical failure coming for me in this first round. He wipes the sweat from his head. Well, there's a couple of multiple choice, a couple of true or false. You got 50-50.
Keep pressing and guessing, I reckon.
Pressing and guessing.
That's what Roy would say, wouldn't he? From
I don't know, Roy.
You know Roy does that game catchphrase. Roy.
Oh, Roy Walker.
Roy Walker, yeah. He always says, like, keep pressing and guessing.
Oh, really? I didn't realise that.
It just came into my mind then.
That we have got a DVD board game of catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Roy. I think it was. He wasn't hosting.
Don't say Vernon Kay.
It was Joe Pasquale, I think.
Oh, come on! I'd rather you said Vernon Kay.
He did Prices. Oh no, Joe Pasquale did Prices Right, didn't he? And maybe Vernon Kay did.
The Price is Right was that Joe Pasquale? Paul Daniels? Oh my God, Michael Barrymore? No, that was Strike It Lucky.
Oh, it was Bruce Forsyth, wasn't it?
Was it Price is Right? It was Bruce Forsyth.
Yeah.
Was that with the cards?
Yeah, no, you have to guess higher, lower. You have to guess how much this car is worth, and or hi-fi's worth, and you come on down then, and then in the end you have to guess how much the holiday's worth, the car's worth, the hi-fi, the VHS, the games console, everything. Tally it up and have an idea in your head, and if you're quite close to it, you win.
If you're quite close, you win.
Anyway,
full on.
Question 10.
So,
Cortana. What's that say?
Sorry, Cortana is an AI.
Oh, it's an AI from which video game
this
series?
is Al, yeah, artificial intelligence from which video game series?
I promise I wasn't being thick then. I just for some, you can't. Yeah.
Like Cortana is an
you
owl.
You can't read.
That's fine. There's on the PC on the I think it was even CJ, not even EJ. There was a lot of games at the Price is Right, but of course they're really hard to play now because they're 35 years out of date. It's really early, like CJ graphics, and it's in dollars. So not only it's like, oh, how much is this toaster worth? It's in a different currency, an unfamiliar currency, and you've got to
We've done that though, haven't we? We did it on one of those compilation cassettes.
We didn't do it well, did we?
No. I'd be better guessing now, or back in the 90s, early 2000s guessing. That's when I was doing it. But
you can, if it was in pounds. We've got what's it called in there? Krypton Factor. Every second counts, and another one.
Jeopardy. Yeah.
Jeopardy on the Mega Drive. Oh, that's fun. Typing in letters using like a full-on keyboard on the screen with a pad. So, sorry, question 10. Cortana is an AI from which video game series? I'll let you.
Oh, question 11. What classic game was preloaded on Nokia mobile phones in 1998? I think everyone should know this.
Yeah.
I love my Nokia 3210.
Oh, Ross that knows, remembering the model.
Yeah. I think I had a 3310 then, but...
Was there much of a difference?
It was a bit smaller, compact. And I think there was another one then that had the polyphonic ringtones.
Oh, those
like
adverts.
3510 or something. Press 1, 4.
Oh.
And it's always like Crazy
Who
Frog.
let the dogs?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bang. That was, Chris gave us that Indy 500, like VH1 cassette with all like top 100 indie songs on there. And the amount of polyphonic ringtone adverts, unbelievable. Nokia 402. The different, all of these models of phones that you mentioned and they mentioned, right? All of them had batteries that lasted 65,000 ISHs.
Yeah.
And mine, the moment I pull it off the wall, I can see that bar going down. So what classic game was preloaded on these amazing Nokia mobile phones in 1998?
I've got mine somewhere still.
Moctomore and Rotterdale, you know as well that like Lee had a clip straight in a blue canvas sort of little satchel on his. He popped that bad boy in. That's probably how I met his wife just by like. Oh, what's that?
I remember the earliest Motorola I didn't have, and my friend had one at the time. Like he was a bit older, but had like an address book into the back.
Well, like folded up.
Yeah, I think he had. Oh God, it was like years after it'd been released, but
that sounds like an iPhone. Must be 7 or something.
No, but you unclipped the back and like a big address book kind of drizzled like came out.
Drizzled out. Well, like a concertina thing.
Yeah.
God. You had the Bosch. Look at these people talking about Bosch.
You had the Bosch. Oh, I did like a Bosch. My friend had a Bosch.
God. Please. Question 12. We're going to start talking about like the Motorola T something. We had like a camera you had to like plug in and you could like swizzle it. The resolution. Question 12. A Brazilian-only release. What colour is the Master System girl? The mighty Bosch. Philips scrolling to here. So my friend used to have the Philips, and the text would like scroll across really depressingly. I've set the house on fire.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah, I better make a move.
There's some really cool jazzy ones. I remember buying an antenna for my Motorola phone. There was like a flashing one from the market.
A flashing antenna?
Yeah, you could change it. Oh, you didn't live. You could have an antenna put on. Well,
Please
it was already
tell
on.
me this was from Ponty
You
Market.
unscrew it. I think it was maybe it wasn't a Nokia. It was like maybe that was Samsung, and you could unscrew it, and then you could change the keypad, and you could have a lit up keypad and like different colours. It'd be flashing, and I think it could have been Ponty Market.
Everything bad is from Ponty Market. Yeah, the Master System is still it's the highest selling console in Brazil. I think they stopped making the Master System in like 2013 or 14 because of weird import deals and because it's so cheap.
Oh, that late?
It might, like Rupert said, it might
Last
still
year.
be going.
That'd be amazing.
And they still sell Master Systems, yes, in Ponty Market.
I need to go to Ponty Market.
the Master System girl, you can pick it up.
Oh,
Come on now, Rufus, we don't have stuff like that here, but if you want to send me a link in the comments, that's fine. Question 13. In which fighting game are the selectable characters Terry, Andy, or Joe? And I know that sounds like Virtual Fighter Ponty Market. The game store in I didn't even know there was a game store in Ponty Market. I remember Power Games in Ponty. We always talk about Ponty on this quiz. But yeah, I remember Power Games in Pontypridd, and there was Next Level Gaming, which is also gone. Digital Window when I was very young. And I don't remember a game in the market. A game stall in the market. The really, really wild show. They're pretty generic names, Terry, Andy, or Joe, aren't they? So yeah, in question 13, in which fighting game are the selectable characters Terry, Andy, or Joe? If anyone is really, really struggling with this, I do have a clue I can give. Again, if more than 3 people are struggling, I can give a clue.
You have the answer sheet.
The answer sheet.
Yeah.
What's this?
If they're struggling.
Oh yeah. Yes, we've been to that one in Swansea.
Only once, I think.
I'll give it a few seconds. If no one says they've got no idea with this, we'll just assume everyone's totally fine with this question. Right, there's one. Oh, I think I know this one. It's not 3 of you, so I'm going to have to move on. Sorry, Rufus. I might know.
He knows. Yeah, over to you.
So question 14. Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong, is not allowed to blank because his safety is too important to Nintendo. What is it in his contract that he is not allowed to do?
It's kind of like an everyday thing, spoiler. It's a cool bit of trivia, I think.
Hello, Grant. So Shigeru Miyamoto, the creator of Super Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong, is not allowed to blank because his safety is too important to Nintendo. I can see you looking at me. I can see you like. I was like, what? The answer right was blank.
Hey, Grant.
He's not allowed to go down the bank. He's not allowed to go on
down the
HSBC or Bradford Bingley's. Commit suicide.
Whoa.
Yeah, if they said, "Oh, we've got a contract for you, Mr. Miyamoto. You're not allowed to blow your brains out, I'm afraid." And he's like, "Oh, for God's sake, come on." I was going to do that when I got home.
Okay, leave you look at this for a couple more seconds.
Leave you drinking what's happened.
He was a cool guy, wasn't he?
Is he not?
Mr. SM.
He's not alive anymore.
Oh, he is a cool guy.
Oh, phew, have it then. Good, Grant. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you want to catch up with the questions, let us know. We'll flip through at the end. But a lot of people are not taking our tips, which means that they've got a good idea of what's happening. We'll see some strong scores at the end of this round.
Yes. So move on to question 15. Okay, So for all you Luigi fans, in Luigi's Mansion, what is the name of the item Luigi uses to capture ghosts?
Ghost catcher.
He's not a ghost catcher. No points for that. So in Luigi's Mansion, what is the name of the item Luigi uses to capture ghosts? What does he use? I also thought this was really cool as well. I actually want to own one of these. And if it worked, even better.
You can probably buy them, can't you? Like models of them.
Yeah, I could agree with, but if he died, it would be sad. I mean, it's close. Spectral Hoover. No. Shazam.
The ghost sucker.
I hope that's not accidentally right. Wow. We can't tell you at this point, but it could be. Okay.
So, yeah, in Luigi's Mansion, what is the name of the item Luigi uses to capture ghosts? And no, it's not Peter Venkman. Ah, the classic. I think this is going to appear pretty much until we run out in every quiz.
She may as well go home and learn them all now for future quizzes.
Play through every Sonic game and every spin-off, even the mobile ports. So just name the Sonic Zone. You literally wrote down Ghost Sucker. That sounds like a blaxploitation film. Like a rip-off of the Patrick Swayze film.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Tony Golden was terrifying in that film. Vincent Schiavelli.
Lee knows. He knows his Sonic stuff. He's a professional.
Possibly the best music. All I think about when I look at this is
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But I have to listen to the music afterwards. I'm trying to think of the.
Oh, I can hear it now.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
No, I'll have to have a listen afterwards. I can't think.
And you go into and you're like, it's fine, and then the lead drops.
Question 17. Who is this?
He means business, doesn't he, that man?
He is serious.
Mm.
Sometimes I know here, like it's it looks like cloth, but this sort of the stuff around the face is chainmail, and I always think that, like, you know, you would get the little hair on your ears caught in the links.
Yeah.
I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I was thinking this as I was running across fields in like the heat of like 15th century Prague in full armor, thinking I'd be sweating.
Yeah.
I'd be sweating if that was the case.
Well, you remember when I was thinking the same thing when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey the other day, when now she's got like a full on
bronze face mask.
Yeah, with like a beard.
It's like a bearded.
There's not even any eye holes on that mask. Like, how do you see where she's going?
Because the thing is, you know those things that have like slits on the battlefield and they're like this to protect their eyes. She's climbing cliffs like that in sandals.
They're constantly climbing cliffs.
Open-toed sandals. You know there's no grips. She may as well be wearing Converse.
She's a cool woman. I like her.
Oh yeah, this whole game is hard.
We played it, didn't we?
In Paris.
In Coin Up Gaming in Paris, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was on Infinite. It was a pristine original arcade. He'd like completely reconditioned, and we had infinite credits, and I still couldn't get that far.
Yeah. I have to go back.
Really nice wine in that place as well. Weird in Paris drinking nice wine.
Yeah. So number 18. What is the name of this console? Check if I've blanked everything up. Yes.
Oh, you did some blanking on this, did you?
Of course, I did a good job, didn't I?
Some blankety blanking. You did. Oh, hang on.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah, is it here?
Well, it's not going to be perfect, is it? Come on.
The thing is, you're an animator, Faye, so I assumed you'd be totally fine with this.
I'm not an animator, am I?
I paid you 200 quid to do that. In old money. The original interactive movie. This is something I would like to own. I actually got the chance to buy this once, and I didn't. And
really?
It's one of those things.
When?
Next Level Gaming upon a breathe.
When they were selling everything off, or?
Well, just before they closed down, and I said,
how much did they ask for it then?
That's not a clue, is it? I think it was like 90 quid. And at the time, I just thought, nah.
Like 4 times that or something, isn't it ridiculous?
But you know, one of my defining features is the fact that I'm thick.
I remember they always had it in. I think someone did a video and go into that place, and they had it out for him. Do you remember that guy? He didn't want there or something.
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember him very well.
But he was playing on it for a while, and I thought, oh my god, they've got that, and just every time you walked in, you saw that there, and I thought, oh god.
Yeah, could have got it, didn't. It's the same as BMX Fly.
I never have it now, to be honest.
BMX Fly, and we went to one of the Bristol Gamer Market, and she was like 40 quid, and it was a bit dim, and I thought, oh, it just seems like it's on its way out. And she said, no, it's always been that dim. And I thought, well, I don't know what the backlight's actually like, so I used to play it under my quilt
but
at
it
night.
was so faint. When I picked up, you couldn't see it.
Yeah,
like,
I'm glad you said that, because I just thought, if I pay that much money for it, I want it to be good.
No, because she showed us, and it was faint. No.
BMX Flyer, the anemic edition.
So question 19. Today, on the 3rd of July 2020, Animal Crossing New Horizons released an update for the game. But what did the update allow you to do? It's a game changer, I think.
Leah's pointed out there's that console on eBay for $125.
That is...
You shouldn't...
The BMX or...
No, BMX Flies, you get that like 40, 50
yeah,
quid.
50 quid-ish.
But no, the other one.
Well, let me get my phone up now, shall I?
Yeah. It doesn't take long for you to buy stuff, really, does it?
What else am I going to do in
LCD
this pandemic?
handheld.
All you can do is buy stuff.
Not my defunct consoles.
Oh, if it's defunct, I wouldn't get it. Oh, I would get it as long as it's in working order. Shut up.
Other people's gardens in a hostile takeover, that would be
I'd
good.
steal someone's garden.
No ideas for this? If the new update was cloning.
No,
Suddenly takes a really dark
easy.
sci-fi bent.
If you've played the game or you've seen it being advertised, I think you could probably maybe hazard a guess because it doesn't show it in like any of the trailers or anything.
Yeah, unless you kind of read up on it, you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about giving a clue, are you?
No, I'm reading
because these people need to suffer.
No, Lee said smuggling between islands. But then I suppose I put I don't know how many hours, only a few hours.
110. Speak to me when you're up to 170 on Kingdom Come Deliverance,
I was quite excited
babe.
for this update, but yeah, it's awesome.
And the final question in this round: name this popular Sega platformer. I know there's a few Animal Crossing players in this, so I know a few people are like.
Yeah, you could even hazard a guess or a guess of an activity.
Clue, an activity is a clue. Yeah. The thing is, if you haven't played, like, this is the first Animal Crossing game I've ever had any contact with, is watching you play it.
Yeah.
It's depressing actually because Faye's got this like beautiful house and this garden and all this stuff going on, and then
I've got a little bit of an arcade going on.
You have got, and you should put a picture on Twitter actually. But what's really funny is that like I originally, because I thought the game was 2 players, but the 2-player mode's a bit of a cop out, isn't it? Because one of you just basically like follows the other one around and picks up plants. You can't really do anything. You have to be logged in as your profile. So you got this like beautiful island and all this stuff everywhere, and like a circus on the beach and stuff. And then you've still got my original tent. Like where I haven't moved on from that.
I even went to Tom Nook and I spoke to him and Isabel and was like, oh, well, can I get rid of one of the residents? You didn't come into the equation. It was all like Annabelle and all these other ones.
My character's just dead in that tent.
I don't think I can get rid of you.
If it was like you talk to Tom Nook and it's like, do you want to pay off your house? Do you want to buy anything? Do you want to put a match to that awful tent? Oh, we'll click on that one, I think.
So that's the end of the first round. And the second round is screenshots in games, but this week it's guess the movie tie-in from the screenshot.
There's one small caveat with this. It's guess the movie or TV show tie-in. So there's a little clue in these questions. One of them is actually a TV series.
Only one is.
Only one is a TV show.
Faux pas.
So on our behalf. So guess the movie / TV show tie-in from the screenshot. It's the Newport.
Suppose I'll get the first one up while we. So this is the first screenshot.
Look at that.
I feel there's enough there for a person to watch this movie.
There's enough in the bottom left to guess this.
Yeah.
Actually, it's quite a good screenshot you've chosen because there's quite a subtle amount of information.
It took me a while to choose the right one.
I've got to say, considering this is obviously it's on the Mega Drive, the shading on that fridge, this is pretty nice graphics. And from memory, it's quite a smooth game as well.
Oh, well done, Mr. Gray said, love this film. He knows.
Absolutely.
He knows.
Yeah. It's a decent game as well.
Yeah.
Not all of the games captured in these screenshots are good. I'm going to say that.
Yeah. It's really cool though, isn't it?
I
Got a little
love that
medi pack in the corner.
The way you saying that you've got to attach the modem to the computer upstairs and download the files. I love
The
90s
modem
films when
and
they have to do this
modem,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. You've got to attach the zip drive to the Windows 3.1 PC upstairs with a zip drive attached to it. Okay. It's 1995, is it? So, moving on to the second one.
Everyone should know this. If you drink in the graphics and drink in
Not look at,
what's in
drink
front
in.
of you.
We don't look at things, we drink them in.
Well, yeah, if you really look and absorb the screen. You're judging me.
No, I've never owned the system this was released on.
What more fool you? I definitely did. A lot. However, didn't have the game until recent, like in the last 10 years or whatever. Only now I've had the game.
Oh my! I haven't shown everyone that I've actually forked out on a home gym. See, working from home, you know, you have to spend a bit of money on a home gym. So, bought these, didn't I? Because I get really bored during conference calls.
That's exciting, isn't it?
No, you know, you got to start small on the home gym.
Wow. It's not The Sims, no.
The Sims, waiting for the moment to strike. Is it The Sims? No, it's not.
Oh, you got little squeezes.
Hey, these forearms aren't to be messed with, Mr. Grey, okay?
I mean, yeah.
You want to see me taking the jar of some pickles? The lid off the jar of some pickles. There's not as many clues in this one.
But I think you could probably maybe guess it.
Do you want to point out who in this image is the protagonist?
Okay, so the protagonist is on the right way in the red shirt.
Jumping up in the air.
Yeah, with his hands in the
I thought he was
air.
just like jumping for no reason, but then there's clearly an explosion below his feet, so...
Although Rupert knew before that, so he is a pro. This game is impossible.
Yeah, I will say that this is one of those games that it's much like another game on the system where, and one on the NES actually, where you can't really hurt the enemy without getting hurt yourself. It's just such a tedious war of attrition. I'd be so surprised if many people have completed this without cheats. Yeah, I'm with you, Mr. Grey. I watched this film, obviously, as a kid, and then I've watched it, I'd say, 3 or 4 times, you know, over the last 20 years or whatever, and I thought it was just fine. I think it's like Yui Ball stuff. It's just like cool to hate. It's fine. It's a decent film.
Okay.
The game, again, I agree, is not good.
So I'll move it to question 4.
Bit of a tough one, this one. Because I told Faye, you know, just in case people are struggling with the quiz, we can take a certain screenshot and this one will be a bit of an easy one. She was like, yeah, and then took the screenshot. It makes it much harder.
Yeah, but then I think, again, if you really look at what's going on in the background and this scenario, and like, I feel like you could tell. Like, I always remember this game from this ish, where it starts out at least, and
Yeah,
stuff
where it
happens.
leads to.
Yeah.
It's good game. Easy, straight on there.
See, a little spoil from Mr. Grey as well, from the Sega Saturn.
I was agreeing with Mr. Grey, but then he said best Saturn game, and he said this, and he didn't say Athlete Kings,
Or Clockwork Ignite.
or Shining Force 3, or Pandemonium,
Pandemonium.
or Need for Speed, the original, or Virtua Fighter 2, or Devil's Valley Golf.
Okay. That was a rubbish game.
Sega Rally. What? Devil's Valley Golf? Devil's Valley Golf is really weird because when it's like the music is like really really bubbly, kind of energetic Japanese rock. But then when it does
That's why you like it then.
I do like Japanese rock music, but when it flies over the hole at the start to show you, like, you know, this is a dog leg left 500 yards or whatever, the voiceover is someone talking as if it's a horror film. It's, this one's gonna really challenge you. It's a long drive, and you're like, why is this weirdly scary? I'm playing a golf game, and it does that for the whole thing.
Pop number 5 up there.
This is number 5, and Mr. Grey exhumed
Ooh,
is
that's
good.
quite.
That's the one where you handle like a boat, though. Your character literally is so fast in that game. It's like an FPS game. I have shown you because I said this is the one where it's like you're on a boat in fast forward. Yes, this round is all film tie-ins, Rufus, with one TV series thrown in. So one of the 10 is a TV show, not a film.
Yeah.
Exhumed is decent on the sound. There's not many decent FPS games you can still play now, but Exhumed is, it is good.
I think you can guess this. Although it's weird stuff happening, isn't it? Why is that happening? Does that even happen in the...
Of course it does.
They said it then, but...
This game is just preposterous and everything. I get the impression that they got halfway through making a game, they got the license for this, and then they just thought,
because the other screenshot told you what it was, especially at the beginning. I thought I can't do that. There's a little inkling, things dotted around. You can tell. Yeah.
My Saturn AV cable has given up, by the way, Mr. Gray. So I've bought new and I'm waiting for that to turn up because I picked up an action replay cartridge recently, so I can play my beloved Side Pocket 2 that I've just bought from Japan.
So this is number 6. What's going on, man?
There's a lot going on here.
We know who that is.
There's so few clues on this screen.
But you need to look at...
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you look at the character, you can work this out. Yeah. Quickly, while people are looking at this, Side Pocket on the Mega Drive is good.
The music is even better.
The music is astonishing. You can go into luckily it's got a jukebox. It's all kind of like jazzy, like lift music. And then when I looked at the reviews for Side Pocket 2 and 3, I think the third one is called like Minnesota Fats or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm getting them from Japan. And in the reviews for them, it says it's okay, but the music's bloody awful. And I thought, is it? Or is it amazing soft jazz? Perfect. That's what I would listen to when I'm playing ball.
Awful jazz.
Turrican 2, the film. That is genuinely a clue. Genuinely a clue. I know I love this game. I have my MD Cup. It's one of the best soundtracks to a game too. I have to feature that and I have to have a go listen to this now. It sounds like a few people know this. Oh, I thought you knew it, Rufus, because you kind of gave yourself a clue. Either way.
This could be a number of things, I feel.
Okay, right. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
And in this hand, the answer is no. And in this hand, the answer is yes. Is this the best side-scrolling brawler on the Mega Drive?
No.
You're right. It isn't.
You need to look at the picture, Rufus T. Firefly. Look at the picture. See, what's he saying?
Admittedly, you've only got one of the stars of the film in the screenshot.
And he's on the left. Spoiler.
He?
Oops.
Oh, Mr. Gray's going to be kicking himself.
I'll give it a massive giveaway now, haven't I? So.
Rufus, I assume this isn't over the 2 rounds. It's just this one. I was going to say I can give clues to all of these, but
yeah, that's cool.
Is anyone? This is a tough one. So again, if more than 3 people say they're struggling, I'll chuck in a clue.
Yeah, if us to go back through them and give you a little clue, that's cool. Now for that, what is this? What is this?
Oh, Rufus said. Oh no, Rupert then just said no clue. So fair enough.
Nice. Okay.
Been decided for us.
The winner has decided. The past winner.
Yeah, the previous winner, yes. The reigning champ. Again, there's some nice clues here for this one.
It was a weird screenshot. It looked awful.
Would I walk around a European city with a copy of Mein Kampf in my pocket? I think the answer is no.
Well, the other screenshot was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I didn't put that up there. But you do know it. You do know it because you need to look at him in his brown coat.
Apparently, a pseudo sequel to this game, I didn't realise, was add multiple, like so many multiple paths in it, you could get completely different endings and miss out entire sections of the game. And it's a game that I've wanted to play for the last 24 years and I've constantly forgotten about. So one day I will do it. Or will I?
Probably not. Yes, Mr. Grey knows. He knows.
Cool. Okay.
So on to number 9. Oh, I love this game.
Yeah. You
Very
finished
frustrating game.
You finished this, didn't you? Not long ago.
Yeah.
I remember you. This is one of those games, like for me.
I won't say when because maybe it's a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah. Well, I mean that top-down snowman isn't a giveaway. This is, I think, for you. It's kind of like for me when I have to play Landstalker. Every now and again, I think I have to play Landstalker. And I think this is that game for you. Like I just have to play this and finish it quickly. Glass of red wine. Oh no, that's vodka and Coke.
Oh, this one. Yeah, Secret Ingredients of the Cat and the
Speaking of which,
Table.
shall I quickly top this up while you do the next one?
My God, I've got some in it.
I'm going to top mine up. You see if I don't.
Thank you. No, the cat's asleep actually. She's obviously passed out from the wine, so. See if I can get her actually. Even though it's spot on the, yeah, I kind of agree with that. See, she's no longer passed out. She's back in her little skull vest. Hey, she's so tired. That should be illegal. You don't have any alcohol in the house. Very ashamed of you. I'm gonna stop on this pretty spot on the film. It is very spot on the film, especially the season. It's filmed that. What was it? Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're allergic to cats, or. Saw a review for this game the other day. I would give it a good review, to be honest. There was kind of a few different screenshots because you can actually go in the houses and stuff, but I think they were a bit more of a giveaway. But let me just go back up. Yeah, she's harmless. You don't bite that hard, do you? For me sometimes. She's so tired now, so she's obviously drugged her. I don't really. Yeah, I think this is quite. I felt like this was giving her away a bit, just even this screenshot, because maybe it's because I've just played the game before now, but isn't it? It's quite like an obvious one.
I think so, yeah.
And that's from Brit, so we're on to number 10.
But is this one an obvious one? Here we go. The final one in this round. She is tired today.
I know, she's got really funny, isn't she? She's normally like that.
I think it's just like because it's a bit cold, so she's just thinking.
I think it's the warmth, isn't it?
Let me see. She is tired. Easy, straight off the bat.
Here we go. Easy peasy.
Cool. So if everyone is cool with this,
please can see number 1 again.
especially Nick Rugman. So back to number 1. Does anyone want any more questions? Or are they all groovy? Oh, it's a quick stretch.
She's so sweaty.
She's exhausted, isn't she, bless her?
Yeah.
It's quite nice actually having a quiet day.
Yeah, 'cause she's always really busy, isn't she? She's not bothered. She don't care.
No, she's not.
Oh.
Cool. Oh, do you want to check her back before we... she's enjoying herself over there.
Cruel. Cruel people.
Right then, and we are back with the final round, which is the music round. So I don't know if you want to set up your instead of your phone so you can sort of see the comments as we go through, and I will prep this. I may as well just hold it up, actually. Old school. Right then, I'll get this set for the music round. Here we go. So, right then. You ready?
So number 1 then of the music round.
Press record then. Right then, guys. Here's the first of 10. It is where you feel, Nick. It's where everyone feels. Even when we do this, and you're like, oh, "I've got one," and you play it, and I think I've got no idea, and then you'll see what it is, and it's like, "Oh yeah, I know now."
But you feel like it's obvious, don't you? I feel like
that's the thing. Well, the thing is, when you know what that is, for example, you get the images in your head, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I see that."
You kick
now.
yourself, yes.
So, this is number 2. Dun, 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 dun. Number 3. I love
Glad
that.
that stopped then.
Some of the earlier ones, like holding it so close to the microphone, they're so piercing. Here we go. Oh yeah. Gorgeous bit of music. Oh. Right then. Oh, maybe it was on the Amiga. sounds like a 90s intro to This Morning.
It's awesome, isn't it? I want to be on holiday.
In my steak. Next one. Tough one, that one. One of Faye's, so blame her. Clue, that wasn't from the Spectrum. Two left. Contemplative one.
So nice, isn't it?
And the final one.
And a good game.
So, does anyone want to listen to any of those again? I can imagine one or two will, because there's a few tip of the tongues there. They're not so obtuse as some of the previous rounds we've had.
Some really lovely pieces of music as well, isn't it? Like
really tasty.
Maybe tonight we have to replay the list.
That's totally fine. Is everyone okay with that?
When it's vaguely gothic sounding.
I think I know what that guess is.
Do you?
Well, no one's. Everyone's okay. No one wants to replay of anything, because that's cool.
Yeah, then we can go through the answers. Crucial moments, like we set up on purpose. No, we didn't. I think we're back.
We back? Is that okay?
Big act fast, I reckon.
No, let me quickly log out of this and back in, see if it's. Yeah, we should be back. I don't know what happened then.
Ooh, we staged it on purpose. Keep you in suspense.
Yeah. Are we back? Is that all good? Hopefully so. Because, we just said, I don't know how much you missed them, but we said if you want to go through any of the music round again, let us know. I assume we got them all wrong. Good, yeah, I don't know what
Maybe
happened
not
then.
all of them.
Does anyone want any of the music rounds again? Or are we ready to rock on to the final answers?
Yeah, I reckon go to the answers.
Go to the answers? Okay then. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, I've got to remember these now because we forgot to take pictures again. So the first question was Frankie Goes to Hollywood critically well received in the 1985 version on the Commodore? The answer was true. One Gamer magazine actually gave it the score of being the best Commodore game ever released. Ever.
That is mad.
So, yeah, this is...
What game was the two brothers playing in The Stepfather? And the answer was Burnout Paradise on the PlayStation 3.
The third question is Colin Curly and the sort of Quavers games with Pushover, and the second one, which is also the name of a Madness single, is One Step Beyond. That was also the name of a Madness song. Who do you unlock in Fight Club when you complete the game? That is Fred Durst. Why wouldn't it be? 5 was Chasing the Chuck Wagon. It was a 1983 Atari 2600 game based on promoting which thing? And I think it was dog food, a car, a holiday destination, or an alcoholic beverage. And the answer is A, dog food. 6, Yo Noid was a promotional game for Domino's Pizza. 7 is Tekken Means B, Iron Fist. 8 was Ed the Duck 2 Back with a Quack. Was it critically well received? True or false? It was critically well received. True or false? False. It's one of the worst reviewed games on that entire system of games. On the Commodore, sorry. Number 9 was, I'm trying to think of the questions now. Number 9 was, when was the first Assassin's Creed game released? That was 2007. 10 is Cortana is an AI from which video game series, and that's Halo. 11, which game was sort of placed into Nokia phones, that was Snake. 12 is the Master System girl is which colour, and it is pink, released in Brazil in the early 90s. 13 was Terry, Andy and Joe, and I think it was Joe Musashi and Terry and Andy Bogard are characters from which video game series? It's Fatal Fury or Fatal Fury: King of Fighters, as it was retconned. 14 is Shigeru Miyamoto cannot do what in his contract, and is go biking, so he uses bike. Luigi's Mansion, the weapon he uses is called the Poltergust 3000. 16, that Sonic image was from Chemical Plant Zone. 17, the Night with the by Don Bluth was Dirk the Daring. 18 was the Virtual Boy, which I could have picked up for 90 quid and didn't. 19, the update to Animal Crossing is it allows you to swim in the water around your island. And 20, the character, the little sort of star with arms and legs, is Rice Star.
That's the end of that round.
So, oh, I'll have to move us out the way for this one. Shift our handsome faces. Yep, we're going to get very small in a minute. There we go. So, the answers for this one. Number 1 is, that's Tom Arnold in the bottom left, and he's calling Harry, I forget where his pseudonym is, but that is True Lies. Number 2 is Robocop on the Game Boy.
What's number 3 was Last Action Hero on the Genesis.
Mega Drive Genesis.
Yeah. Number 4, Die Hard Trilogy. See, I wanted to get the one with the police car and all that jazz, but it was snowing. That's how I remember anyway.
If you wrote Die Hard, half a mark. But Die Hard Trilogy for the full
that's
mark.
fine. Oh god, that's fine. Yes, even if they Die Hard, they can have a mark.
I'd be very surprised if anyone got number 5, which is Tim. That's Tim Allen, and this is Home Improvement.
The giveaway, the camera is suspended from the ceiling,
and he's firing using like a nail gun thing. So that's Home Improvement with Tim Allen. Die Hard 2 is right. Die Hard 2 is actually right, so you get a full mark for that because it's Die Hard 2 in the trilogy of games.
So 6, Universal Soldier, obviously. 7, Cutthroat Island, which could be mistaken for Monkey Island or Aladdin. I did
think people think that was some Monkey Island game, but that's Gina Davis. You can't see Matthew Modine, unfortunately, because there's no player 2.
No.
But so number 7 is Cutthroat Island, and 8 was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
9, obviously Home Alone, and number 10, come on, E.T.
That's right. And Mr. Grey, you are right. There was a Home Improvement game on the released in NTSC regions for the SNES. So yeah, Home Improvement. Tim Allen, as you've never seen him before in pixelated versions.
Yes.
So how are people doing so far?
See how people are.
10, 12. What have we got here? So Lee had 13. Mr. Gray had 11. Rupert had 13. Oh, that's pretty good. Fire and Walk with 10. At least he's broken his 12 streak. So it's all to play pretty much. And then in the next round, 7. Rupert with 8. Oh, he's pulling ahead. Nick with 8. High five. Fire and Water with 8. So it's all in about this music round, really.
It is Home Improvement.
Yeah, it is Home Improvement.
Yeah.
With Tim Allen, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So what I'll quickly do is show you the final round, which is... the top one, by the way, is Predator 2, not Predator. So I'll play the music quickly again so you can kind of get the gist of it. So this was Predator 2. Tailspin. The Simpsons. On the Commodore 64. Oh, shit.
Everyone should have had
Sorry,
that.
I skipped that. Press my finger. Shadow of the Beast. That beautiful bit of Miami Vice-esque music. Donkey Konga. Clap your hands, he's saying there, by the way. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Great music. Echo the Dolphin with the weird contemplative one. You could say a flashback almost.
Yeah, real nice.
And House of the Dead, which was the gothic one. And I'm going to guess that Rupert wrote down Castlevania for that one. And got it wrong. So that is it. That is the quiz. How is everyone doing?
That is it.
1 out of 10. Thanks to The Simpsons. Nick, 1 out of 10 in the music round. Love the music in those games. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Shadow of the Beast rather than 2. Half a mark for Shadow of the Beast. So
1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 is awesome though.
So what is it looking like in the final scores then? So when he said it, anything gothic, I wrote the same thing. I thought, yeah, it's going to be Castlevania.
The music in Assassin's Creed Odyssey is so good. Yes, I agree.
So Rupert with 23 out of 40, which I think was the same score as last week. Fire and Water with 21, just behind. Everyone wrote Castlevania.
Oh my god, it's like they almost should have like a half a mark, but we're not going to give you half a mark.
But that's not going to happen. Oh, Rupert's in the lead overall here with
everyone wrote it.
23.
That's awesome.
Half a point for Castlevania. I went to school with half a point.
No, you didn't.
What? Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't.
No, you didn't. So who is the overall winner then?
It's not even the same. House of the Dead. It's like it's not even the same series. Well, Magic Milkmaid with 15. What we got here? I think unless anyone else comes up with anything above 23, I think it's going to be.
Was it Rupert?
Every week we say this is our worst score. Castlevania. So that's 6 people who said that. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I think again, and it's the reigning champion again. It's Rupert with the fair play. Yeah, and that's it, guys. I'll take a quarter point.
Okay, you can have a quarter point. It's fine.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't change the scores. So.
Yeah, well done, Rupert.
With 23 and a quarter, classic,
That is
cracking score. So yeah, high five. Thanks to everyone for joining us. Sorry, we ran over a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So like
20.25. No bad quiz last night. Love, I had 20 and a quarter. Not even a half mark. So yeah, fair play. 22. There's some good scores flying around. But yeah, Rupert sneaked in with 23. It was close last week as well, wasn't it? So yeah, honestly guys, have an awesome weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Ooh, very close with Mr. Ray 22.
And unless anything you want to say before we shoot off?
Have a lovely evening.
I'll give you a quick cheers. You did well as well.
And cheers. Happy gaming.
Have an awesome weekend, guys. Thank you very much.